Hey, what's up, gang? St. Krauss here with another series of videos. It's been quite a while. I know. There hasn't been too much stuff going on in Crown Four Kingdoms lately. Aside from just the normal grind, I've stopped leveling. I've stopped trying to level up because of the insane amount of experience needed, and I've more about focused on getting more heroes unlocked. So I think I've pretty much got everyone. Ooh, nice. I've pretty much got everyone unlocked except for the SS ones and S ones, because those are only obtainable through the store. And this has boosted my CP a lot, or my cap a lot. And you see, like, I've got like 2 stars already on some of them, and all of them except for the S and double S ones are or have been unlocked. Some of them actually are on their way to 2 stars. So that's what I've been doing, and just click on the card up on the top right below, on the top right. To check out the video about farming the bosses. I'll also try to update that because they also added like 2 more bosses to that daily quest, to that daily chain. And just an update on that. On speaking about that playlist. The what do you call this? The region bosses, they actually spawn all day. That's what it means by all day, meaning even after 8 o'clock it will spawn region bosses, and then it will spawn like region bosses at 12 o'clock, midnight, all the way up to 2. So it's in 2-hour intervals. And if you're able to, if you're unable to grind bosses in the morning, and wherever you're playing from, then you can try going with a party at night. But most of these bosses are easy, with the exception of the newest bosses that are in the new map on Tibertrick Island for Night Valley Time Plane. These are pretty tanky and take me about anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to solo. So it's not worth it. Unless you're killing it real fast, you're better off doing something else, right? What else have I been up to? So I have been taking looking at a way to progress my character further, without having to pay more money. So since the very beginning of the series, I've been stuck at VIP 5, and then they pushed out an update with the new content, and then they pushed out some courses in the form of some events in the form of courses, and then a little bit what do you call this, disappointed, because this requires you to pay up a good amount of, well, moderate amount of cash, about $45 to get this unlocked, then to get the wings. But I didn't go for that, even though it was very tempting, because I wanted to get rid of, I wanted to, one, check out the wings, 2, get rid of these 2 pieces of equipment from taking up slots in my bag. But from what I've heard so far, from a 1.7 million cap player, the wing just adds like around 13,000 to 15,000 cap. That's it. No special abilities. So aside from being looking pretty cool, there are other ways that you can increase your cap. And in another video I cover that. I also had like a question about whether the costumes do apply for other for other classes, and they do. So I've got like an archer or ranger hat here. This added some cap. Like, I think the body adds more, or is it the hats? I think the hats add like about 1,200, and then the body adds about, or rather, the hats add about 1,400, and this adds 1,200, because they both add, if you want to see, they add some HP and defense to your character's overall stats. So, and then here, this is also the screen where you can pretty much what do you call this, evolve your existing costumes. But for me, I'm gonna try and complete the set because that's the best use of all of the shards or the arena coins and guild coins that you get. For my plan is to get all of the things that I can get from the stores, and then work on finding a way to evolve them or getting them all up to the next to their next tier or 2 stars. So yeah, that's just an update. So anyway, going back, this series is going to be about tackling again, higher level cap requirement for raids, not for raids. What am I talking about? For story instances. And I think the last one that I did was also on hard, and I think it was no, not that's maybe on nightmare. Yeah, this one. So this one was the hardest one that I've tackled so far, with I think a 900k cap on my player character. And yesterday, while I was trying, I managed to defeat finally the 1.4 cap on hard level in Lost Ruins 1. And this is pretty important because this gives you in the current meta, this gives you endgame gear, level 70 gear. Of course, you could wait, you could try to wait it out and see if level 75 gives you level 80 gear, right? Because the trend here is it increases for once 10 levels every stage. But that's going to be a while, right? It's going to be a while, and I say that because if you go to hell, if you check out the Forgotten Oasis, which gives you a level 70 weapon at 1.6, that's a lot of cap. And if you're a free-to-play player, that's going to take a while. So I would suggest you try to go as soon as you get like level 60 or level 70 gear. Try to go and upgrade them as much as you can. It's not gonna it's gonna be a while before you're gonna replace those. So what I've got here are all level 60 gears, level 65 from the hell mode drops. What I haven't done is combine what do you call this, evolve equipment, because again, in one of my previous videos, you can check it out on the card above, on upgrading gear. I prefer to save that for level 70 gears, and now I've got a good amount of equipment scrolls saved up, so I already have managed to get one level 70 piece of gear, which is this glorious soul steel helmet. I also got this level 70 unidade orange weapon, which I won't be opening up until I get a bunch of them, because there's no point. It's just gonna, if I get like 2 of these, open up and they're both unusable, they're gonna be stuck here getting eating some of my inventory space, and even just getting one is gonna be a waste of space, because I've got 4-star level 60 gear, which is still gonna be stronger. Right, so let's jump into it. The first video we're gonna cover how to fight I'm in the wrong difficulty, right? How to fight Lost Ruins 1. So the downside, this is going to be harder than the previous stages that I've covered, because one, the mobs, there's a ranged mob in each of these levels, and if your what do you call this, if your stats aren't high enough, so you may have the same cap as I do, but if you don't have the same stats as I do, then you're probably going to find it harder to complete this stage using these methods. Then second, so let's just to be transparent about my stats, right? This is my stats. Got a defense of 50,000, and that's already struggling because you will die. There's a very big chance that you will die at the last boss. But if you want to unlock that stage, and you really feel like you could do it, and get the boss's HP down to 0, then investing in some gems to revive is the way to go. And then this is my damage, 69k, 68k, and my HP. This plays an addition, some crucial role, because you need the DPS to kill the boss in time before he kills you. And I know that the paladins are actually more tanky, while the archers are really more built on DPS. That's what I've observed so far in the game when playing Kingdom Wars. And then second part that you will need for this, oh yeah, is this guy. Damage reduction from elite and boss monsters. This is equipment stage 65, so to show you where you can get that. This is 55, so here. Where are you? There. Forgotten Oasis 3. The last one, it's in one of my last videos. All right. So if you got this 900k cap, then you're good to go. I haven't upgraded it because that feels like a waste to me. Don't feel like adding crit, spending 75 scrolls to get additional 260 evasion. Seems like a waste to me. I'd rather focus on my gear. So that's another thing that you might want to have, all right, aside from the stats. And then lastly, your talents. So I understand that we do not have the same talents. If you're a different class, what you want are investments to invest in skills that actually heal you. So I've got potential release, add like 2.85% of attack to my heal, and it's defense based. And then for this one, I've got them all upgraded to rank 1 level 50 to increase my DPS. But in the talent tree, I also have talent tree. I also have unlocked this guy, which increases my DPS, right? And there's another one which increases my healing. So I'm using my Archmage class. I haven't tried it on Priest, but I'm pretty sure that she should be able to tank, survive more because of her heals. So let's go with this. I'll see you in the next video, where we can tackle, where I'll show you how to defeat and die repeatedly in these stages until you get them to unlock, so that you can get those sweet level 70 loot. All right, see you in the next video.